Hi, Maggie Harding here from Eileen Hall's design team, and today I want to show you my June project, which is all about summer adventures. So I've made a journal. We're going out west this summer, and I wanted something that I could take notes in and kind of keep up with myself. So it's kind of in process, but there are some things I want to show you. Okay, so first of all is the closure. Okay, now this is a really easy closure to make. Just use a keyhole of some sort. I've used a graphic 45 keyhole, and it's attached to the cover with brads at the top and the bottom. And I've threaded a piece of ribbon through. Now on the back side, the brad should be showing here, but I covered it with this strip of paper so that it wouldn't show. Now, going to take some double-sided tape. This is score tape, and I'm going to, let's see, about half. I'm going to attach this tape to my ribbon, okay? And it's too long with scissors. I'm not working where I normally work, so all my supplies are not in front of me, so bear with me. This is going to be kind of like a live, only I'm recording it. Okay, anytime you use score tape, you want to always burnish down your tape. Then I'm going to peel the backing off, and very carefully I'm going to fold the ribbon over to the sticky side. And the careful part is that you want to have the edges lined up so that it looks nice. The ellipse. Didn't quite get that on center, but that's okay. We can peel it back up pretty easy. Okay, there we go. Now, burnish that down good. We have a closure, and so later we'll fold it back, and I'm going to put a piece of Velcro here, and it'll just hold it perfectly. Cut that off for now. So that is one easy way to make a closure. So a keyhole, a couple of brads, some ribbon, and then Velcro or something like that. Okay, so now let me show you how we make a page here. This is an envelope. I thought it would be great for putting receipts, tickets, that kind of thing. A flap folds over, so keeps everything tucked in nicely. So let me show you how to make that. I'm going to take 8.5 by 11 inch sheet of paper. That's letter size. And you're going to score it on the 1/2 inch. You're going to score it at 4 inches, 8 1/4, and 9 3/4. Okay, now fold your 1/2 inch flap. Now we're going to make a magnetic closure so that everything stays nice and neat. So open up this 1/2 inch flap and put your magnet down in the middle. And now you can glue this flap closed, okay? Then, let me turn this around. The way this works, this is going to fold over. And I put that in the wrong way. Let's go back. Okay, you want to put the sticky side onto the flap itself so that when it folds over, the non-sticky side is up. Okay, got that? Stick it onto the little 1/2 inch flap. Fold it over and glue. Fold this over. Put your other piece of the magnet there on top of the other magnet. This is how you get a perfectly aligned envelope lid. What am I trying to say? Okay, so now your magnet is in place, and you can glue this flap down. And the things are always lined up. Now to finish your envelope, you're just going to put a line of glue here and here. You're going to glue that tight. You're going to glue this all down, and voila, you're finished. So that makes a very nice, neat little envelope. Why is it that when I pick up glue, it never wants to come out? Hold on. Well, got glue working, so now we can glue the flap closed. Put just a thin line of glue down the sides. Fold that over. And glue this. Okay, now we have an envelope all ready to decorate or whatever you want to do with it. Now, I decorated mine by putting a strip of design paper here and a design paper here. We're not going to do that since I'm just showing you how to do it, but now we need to do the back side because we're going to put this on the Hinge system from the last dies that Eileen released, the bookbinding. So this is a part of one. So in order to use this, you need something that will have two sides so that you can stick it on there, right? So what we're going to do is just glue a piece of paper. And this sheet is cut to the same size, which is 4 1/4 by 8 1/2. And I'm going to glue all but this little part because I need to be able to get my fingers in there to glue it onto the hinge. Okay, so you see there's a little flap there. All right, now what we need is some 1/4 inch score tape. I'm going to put that on the hinge. You could use glue. I just prefer using score tape for this thing. I find it works a little easier for me. So now the bookbinding die that Eileen released actually has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little mountains or hinges. This is part of one that I cut because I have used part of the hinge in here, just enough to hold 2 pages, and I cut the rest off, and this is what was left. So now to attach this, you're going to, now let's see how I like to do it. Oh boy, I'm all thumbs today. You want to get it lined up about halfway, okay, and I like to stand it up and then press it down. And then I like to go in, if you can see inside there, and just pick up that score tape thing and then press the other side down. And presto, we've got a nice little page for our book. So on this side you've got your envelope, and on this side you can do whatever you want. And actually, if we turn it around, it matches up. So envelope, and on this side you can put a pocket or whatever you want. Now, the pocket that I used is another one of Eileen's dies. Let me get it for you. So I made this flap using the pocket notebook. I'm sorry, not the pocket notebook. Well, it's the notebook pocket. Okay, but I made a little bit of a change. The notebook pocket normally folds and assembles such that it's got a little gusset in it, so to speak, and I did away with that. I wanted something flat. So you just cut off the first part on each side. So I'm going to cut this off, and it'll just be this rather than having it like that, if that makes sense, okay? Okay. And at the bottom, I'm just going to fold it over once and ignore the crease for what would make the well, I don't know what to call it, but anyway, normally the bottom would be like this, and instead I'm just going to make that flat, okay? And then I'm going to cut it off at the top. There, so now all you have to do is fold in this side and fold in this side. Put a little glue on both sides and fold it up. And there we have a pocket, right? Okay, so that could go on your folder here, like so. Okay, so that's one page. Now, the next page is just a little pocket page, and somewhere on my desk I have what I need to make that. This is the remaining page after the remaining paper after I cut off the 4 1/4 by 8 1/2 inch piece to go on the back here. So then I just scored this at 2 1/4, and I'm folding that over. Okay, folding it over, and maybe I'm going to put some glue here. Okay, and then glue that one. So this is not for keeps for me, people. I'm just doing this to show you how I did it, so don't mind that it's a little bit messy because it's not going to be anything. Okay, so there you have a little pocket, okay? So that's this page. And again, I put design paper here and here. And then just for fun, where did it go? It was right here. Here it is. I cut another piece of paper and glued on, and that's this piece. I made another little pocket. So there's a pocket here and a pocket here. And I made a little thumb notch there. So I've marked the halfway point. And if you watched my live that I did with Eileen, you'll, let's see if you can see it. On my punch, I have marked northeast, south, and west, so that when I cut a notch, I can line it up and get a really nice straight one. Okay, that's just me being a little bit OCD, I guess. And then just thin lines of glue, applied a little more carefully than that, I would say. And then you can just glue this on, and you've got a second little pocket. So that's always fun. Okay, and then on the back side, I glued a piece of design paper, and I made a little horizontal pocket to go on this side. Again, the reason for this piece of design paper here is so that you're creating a place where you can insert your second page and attach it to the hinge system, right? Because like this, yeah, you could do that, but then the hinge would show, and that wouldn't be very attractive, right? So there's that. Okay, so that's how I make those 2 pages. Now let's look how this book is put together a little more. So underneath this pocket is this part of the hinge. So the hinge is glued in like that. This design paper is placed over top so you don't see it. And then there's the hinge. And then there's would be a second page here, and then I would cut it off right here. Go ahead and do that. Okay, so if I were gluing it here, you would glue one hinge down and the other one down. Now what that does by just having these 2 pages inserted with the hinge system is that leaves me space to put 2 signatures, which I have here. I've already designed them, just covered the fronts of, these are signatures that I bought, and I just covered the front. And I can put my elastic band through here, put those in, boom, I've got a travel journal ready to roll. Okay, so that's it. I hope I haven't confused you too much. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching. Bye.